Hello, I guess you're filming already.
Hello and welcome to Face to Face with me. I'm Desi Anwar in a program that brings the world to your screen and where we meet extraordinary people who make a difference to our lives. In this episode, I invite you to meet someone very special. He is a famous Hollywood actor, a passionate activist and a humanitarian championing many causes. Moreover, he has a soft spot for Indonesia and is recently a much celebrated visitor to this country. So join me on my face-to-face with Richard Gere. Recently, Indonesia was charmed by the presence of a well-known Hollywood actor, Richard Gere. His visit was in response to the invitation by the Culture and Tourism Ministry in its effort to promote Indonesia to the world. For the actor and practicing Buddhist, it was also an opportunity to go on a pilgrimage to the Borobudur Temple in Magelang, one of the world's most important Buddhist temples and Indonesia's most famous tourist site. Richard Gere's visit with his wife and son attracted a lot of media attention. With his international fame and influence, no doubt the country hopes that the Hollywood star and his particular interest in Indonesia could play a role as a sort of ambassador to make the world understand Indonesia better and to attract more visitors to the country. Although he's still active in the film industry, Richard Gere is more than a famous and respected Hollywood actor attached to some major box office hits such as Pretty Woman and An Officer and Gentleman. As a practicing Buddhist and follower of the Dalai Lama, for some time now Gere has been a strong advocate for human rights in Tibet and for the cultural continuity of its people. This he does through his private organization, the Gere Foundation, which is also dedicated to providing HIV/AIDS care and to address human rights violations worldwide. Nevertheless, as winner of the Golden Globe Award in 2002 for his performance in Chicago, and labeled as the sexiest man alive by People magazine in 1999, and recently awarded a Lifetime Achievement Award in the Cairo International Film Festival, the world knows Richard Gere as a star and a celebrity. And I'm curious to discover what sort of person lies beneath all the fame and the media attention. Fortunately, my friend and Indonesia's known photographer Rio Helmi is able to provide the bridge that links me to this time-pressed and elusive star. Both Rio and Richard Gere are followers of the Dalai Lama and have shared a friendship going back several decades. Well, Rio, as somebody who's known Richard Gere for over 3 decades, what sort of person is he?
You know, Richard is, there's always been something kind of, he's very open. He's almost like a child in some ways, but he's a very big-hearted person. And that's something which he's kept, and he's very open to people, but he's also very perceptive. I find him to be, you know, he's in a very interesting position because you know there's so much of over the last 3 decades he's become, of course, become famous and so forth. But you know he finds a way to balance that, and we've become much closer because of our connection with His Holiness, of course. But it's really been this whole exploration of how to use the resources that how he uses the resources that he has to do something which he feels is worthwhile and of value to humanity, to his to people. So he's somebody who has a very, very big heart.